Alright, so the first thing you need to do is grab a domain name, and then part two will be to get hosting. So we're going to get a domain name right now, and you're very familiar with domain names. The domain names are facebook.com, wordpress.com, www. I don't know, godaddy.com. Those are all domain names. So you see up here, this right here is namecheap.com is the domain name. Once you have your domain name, you then have to pay for hosting. Now hosting is usually on a monthly contract unless you pay for it yearly, which you have the option to. Then domain names are on a yearly contract also unless you pay for multiple years in advance. Now, if you're just starting out and you're not really sure how it's going to go, you might just want to pay for a year of pretty much like a year contract for your domain name. So you pay like $10 for the whole year, and then once it expires, you better to renew it or just let it go back in the market if you no longer need the domain. If you're not active or you've done nothing with it, you can always put it back on the market. So we need to go ahead and grab the domain name. Chances are you're going to have to get a little bit creative for your domain name or blog name because many domain names are taken because the internet has been around for a long time. So maybe you can try your name if you want a personal blog or whatever your business is. You do want to try to match your business name or your personal brand, whatever your brand. You always want to match your brand with your website. So you want that unity between those two. So I always try to find the domain name first, whatever's available, and then brand from there. Because I don't want to brand and then try to look for the domain name and find out it's not available, because living in the time we do now is like websites are very important. So you want that unity amongst your brand name and the website to be the same or as close as possible. So try to always get the domain name first and then brand from there. So base your branding off of what's available as far as domain names go. So for instance, you can come up right here and start searching for your domain. So I own my own name.com, so isaiahashley.com, I own that, and I own many other domain names. So for example, I'm just going to type in a random domain name that may be available, and we're going to just check it out and it'll let you know if it's available or not. So let's start with teachmewordpress.com. Alright, we're going to search that. Okay, so you can see I just typed in teachmewordpress.com. Now the .com is not available. Now here's the key thing I want you to know. That when purchasing your domain name, the biggest thing you want to focus on, or if possible, try to get either .com or .net. Those are still the most widely used or recognized endings for. Okay, so I tried to type in a different domain name. This is what I typed in, best bakery ever. Now I want you to understand that I'm not looking for a specific domain name. So this is just to show you domain names and show you about Namecheap and finding a domain name. I do want to mention that you can purchase domain names off of a lot of other different websites. There's godaddy.com, which is very popular. You can also usually purchase your domain name off of your web hosting service too if you desire. I personally use Namecheap. This is where I host all of my, this is not where I host, but this is where I purchase all my domain names. So I'm just going to show you what I'm familiar with. So Namecheap is what I'm going to use. Now you can see right here, bestbakeryever.com is available. So you can see right here, and I just do this. I would add to cart, and then we're going to go to view cart. I'm actually not going to purchase this domain because I don't want it. I already have other domains I'm going to use, but I just want to walk you through the process of getting a domain. So once you add to cart, I'm just going to go over this real quick. So whoisguard.com. WhoisGuard, basically it's privacy protection. There's a website called whois.com, and basically if you don't have WhoisGuard, it's going to show it'll basically your site won't be private as far as like who owns the domain name. So your information will be out there as far as your name. Well, if someone types in who owns bestbakeryever.com and I don't have WhoisGuard on, they'll be able to see that Isaiah Ashley owns this website. So if you don't want people knowing, if you want to remain anonymous on what websites you own, then I suggest you go with this. Now, luckily for you, Namecheap offers you a free year of that. So you don't have to worry. You get privacy protection for 1 year for free. I don't think GoDaddy offers that, so that's why I do use Namecheap. Now, when you don't have this, it's not a big deal. You're not really. I haven't had any problems with not having WhoisGuard on, but it's just if you want that extra protection. You can see right here, total anonymity and privacy for your most important info. So I do recommend it, but it's not a big deal if you don't get it. But it comes in, it's included free for the first year with Namecheap, so it's no harm done if you do get it. And you come down here, none of this other stuff, you don't need that. You can ignore those things. I'm going to click over here and see confirm order. We can see our total right here is 906 for the domain name. Like I said, this is 1 year, so you don't have to worry about it for 1 whole year. Now you can create an account, and then you just put your information in and purchase it, and I'll show you what it looks like in the back end. Okay, so once you purchase your domain, this is what the back end your back office, dashboard, whatever you want to call it. This is what it will look like, and you'll be able to find your domain by clicking right here, going over to domain list. And then right here you can see all your domains. So as far as that goes, this is it what I'm going to show you for now. Next thing we're going to do is go to hosting, and then we'll come back to this so we can connect our hosting with the domain name. So I'll see you in the next video.